Do, 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 do. I want to download our app. Got it. And we are a go, I believe. I believe we are live. Yes, we are. We are live.
What's going on, people?
We're back after feels like a 2 or 3 week hiatus almost with holidays, and we would have been here Tuesday, but we had football on Tuesday, so that threw everything off. And then, so it's been one crazy week. Welcome, guys, to Sports Talk 101, presented by the Sportscast. Today is December 22nd. Holy crap, we're almost done with the year.
Christmas.
If you haven't yet subscribed, please hit subscribe in all of our channels: YouTube, Twitter, Twitch TV, Apple Podcast. If you're on Apple Podcasts, leave a rating and a review. It helps us out tremendously. Visit us on thesportscast.net. Follow us over on Twitter at Sportscast1 and check out the app, the Sportscast, on the iOS App Store. Holy cow, what another crazy week of NFL action.
Man, good Lord.
If you would I don't think I could have ever predicted anything like this at the beginning of the season, because beginning of the season, it was, COVID. I mean, it was there, but it wasn't an issue. Mm-hmm. And now we're week 15 and we've got games on Mondays, Tuesdays,
it's crazy,
Thursdays,
man.
Saturdays, Sundays.
We still got a lot of teams still in it too.
And that's the thing. Like last couple of years ago, we would have already seen the playoff picture would have been pretty much solidified by now. And at this stage, it's still anybody's game for the AFC and the NFC. I think every team is half the AFC, half the NFC are still in it to make the cut this year. And part of that's, we've got the part of it is tied with the extended season. We got extra weeks and playoffs been changed and all the new rules and add-ons, and then games getting pushed back and rescheduled because of COVID again. At this point, we may as well just give me 7 days a week. Just give me a football game every day. I'll be good. we're getting close to that. I mean, Roger Goodell wanted that 18 game schedule. We're getting close to football every day at this point.
Dude.
As a kid, the kid in me is like, God. I mean, this is what I always wanted, was football every day. And then I realized, as an adult, I'm like, that is an awful idea. And now I'm back to that point where it's just, the landscape of the whole NFL has changed. We're no longer that stupid pass-happy league that I could not stand because the commissioner with all the rules. And we've seen that within the last year, it's just slowly transitioned back to that 80s, 90s style. You can't hit as hard as you could back in the 70s, the 80s, and the 90s, but the game style has completely transitioned back to that run first, and which opens up the pass. And that I am a fan of. I'm also a fan of the defensive game battles that we've seen, especially over the weekend when we saw my buddy Tom Brady lose 9-0.
And what about the Eagles against the Washington?
I don't even know what to say on that. I don't even. Del Rio should be fired. Thank God Dan Snyder doesn't have a say in anything anymore, because his wife put him in his place, and Rivera runs that. That's Rivera's team, because Del Rio would have been canned after that performance.
Man, those guys, they let Sanders a hole so wide open for Sanders to run through. I mean, that
performance was so terrible, and we will chat about that.
Yes, we will, folks. Yes, we will.
But just going over some of the quick highlights, I did see the latest COVID update was the Eagles head coach Nick Sirianni is tested positive for COVID right after. Had a spectacular win, beating Washington, and then gets COVID. Couldn't happen to a nicer guy. I'm just kidding. I don't approve. I don't condone that. Maybe it'll help us if he's not there. When they come back, will we play him again? Maybe we have a chance at winning. Probably not. If this Washington team shows
up. What's up with the Panthers QB Cam Newton to start versus Bucks, but Sam Darnold also will play?
I have no idea.
What the hell is that?
Well, because I think they're going to let Newton start and see what he does. Well, remember, he started 4 games in a row and lost 4 games in a row.
He lost 4 games. I'm sorry. I'd be playing Sam. I be playing Sam.
What I don't understand why you're starting him is like what that doesn't help a quarterback's psyche. I get he looks good on stat wise running the ball, but he's quarterback. He's got that. He looks like he did back in the day running.
Put him on 3rd and down, 1st and goal, and have him run it in.
What they should do is get Darnold for protection, let him be the starter, and I would keep Cam Newton. Use him as a Taysom Hill.
Yeah,
let him be a Taysom Hill. We know he can run on that goal line. He's not as bulky as the bus, but he can get in there.
Honestly, what are they playing for?
I at this point I don't know, which is probably why they're utilizing Darnold to see what he's going to do. Because at this point, your season's a wash.
Yeah,
yet you have no quarterbacks that are worth anything. I mean, so you're basically play what you got, see if Darnold's worth something to keep, or you're going to be looking to trade and hope to God you can get something in the draft.
I agree. Okay, so
Lamar Jackson is still not practicing. An ankle injury. I don't know what that like. Is that a good thing? Is it a bad because does that mean he's not playing Sunday the next game?
Excuse me, but the Ravens go with his legs. Okay, that's their look. Him running the ball, him throwing the ball, it is Jackson. It goes through Jackson. If he doesn't play, I mean, that's it.
Yeah. Well, that you're exactly right, because he is their running back. They don't have a running game. We know that. If you take, and I've said this, I used to say this about Patrick Mahomes. If you took his passing game out, he wasn't any good. You take away his weapons. They got
Hollywood. What was that guy? Hollywood Brown or whatever.
But they don't have a running game without Jackson playing. That is a big killer for him.
I agree. So we got my boy Cooper Kupp, man.
Oh my God. That's all we have to say about that is he is an all-star.
That's
32-yard. He had a 32-yard grab on the team's second half drive. He hauled in a 6-yard touchdown, which was his franchise record, 120th catch of the season. That is a lot.
So tell me this: why do you need a Odell Beckham? Why do you
honestly?
Guess how many yards Odell Beckham had? He had 7 yards, folks. He had let me hold on. I think he had 7 yards, man. No lie, no joke. Hold on. I'm not clowning, folks. I'm not clowning. Odell Beckham, he received 1 for 7 yards, folks. He was targeted 3 times. You don't need.
Well, I think the reason they're keeping him is when you have him on the field, what's the defense do? They focus on him, which leaves. Well, I mean, it used to. The problem is he's like, I'm trying to think of a receiver.
I want to watch him, man. But you never know.
I know.
He can explode. You never know what's going to happen. Yeah. But
so could Michael Westbrook when he played for Washington. So could Michael Irvin when he wanted to show up. So could Randy Moss on the Vikings when he wanted to play.
I think Odell Beckham, man, he kind of reminds me of you remember that guy Cruz that used to do the salsa dance when he played for the Giants? He was a hell of a receiver, and everybody. I
will say the one highlight that it wasn't on this weekend, the Tuesday games, but overall, the other one thing I wanted to quickly touch base with was special team kickoff and punt returns for touchdowns are making a comeback finally. I used to love watching Devin Hester when you'd let him go and touchdown.
That was Chicago.
Yeah.
Chicago. I remember those days.
And I mean, we've seen some spectacular kickoff returns for touchdowns, punt returns for touchdowns this season. Like I said, it's bringing back them old school memories of the 90s as a kid watching that stuff.
I just want to see them use the running backs, man. I want to see some pound and ground, back.
I think we're going to start to see a trend, and it's how we used to always see the first round picks were always quarterbacks.
Yeah.
I can predict I don't know if it'll be this upcoming draft, but I could see a lot more running backs getting drafted with the draft upcoming over quarterbacks.
Well, what's it? Taylor and oh my God, what's his name? I mean, hey, your boy is coming back, man. The freight train. Okay.
Yep.
He's coming back to Tennessee, folks. And even with him out, he's
Von Miller. Did you see Von Miller finally got his first sack of the season? The monster from Denver finally got his first sack of the season. But he's been injured. He hasn't gotten to play much, and
he's old.
But Cup, with that 9 catches. I know I was looking at the stats. 9 catches, 136 yards, and 2 touchdowns. Like
right.
You are absolutely correct. Odell is probably one and done with the Rams. I don't like. If unless he wants to stay there, I don't see it happening. And the Seahawks game, I mean, my only stat that I could find,
dude, I'm so mad. I had Wilson as my quarterback fantasy. What do you got? 156 yards, no TDs.
17 to 31, 1 pick, and he had
trade him, Hawks. Go on and trade him.
Rating of 55.3. Whatever happened to the days with the Seahawks with the Legion of Boom? Where'd that thing go? Oh wait, that's right. Pete Carroll got rid of everybody.
Yeah, he got rid of everybody.
Rebuild.
Got rid of him. The thrill is gone.
I mean, the season, when the season's over, he's going to lose another one. It's going to be Wilson rolling out, going to a new team.
I could see that, man. There's some teams that could use him. I think Wilson is still hurt. I think there's still something wrong with his thumb. I mean, there was a game I did see him throw some good passes, but I don't know. I don't know. I don't know, man.
Yeah,
it's not the same.
I don't know. I couldn't find any other stats for Seattle. They didn't show, nothing showed up.
Yeah.
Maker can't. I knew I shouldn't have tweeted that out.
What's that?
This is the best show with guys talking about other men playing with balls.
Okay, I'm not even gonna.
Yeah, not even gonna
go there.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, Taylor Rapp got an interception for the Rams. So
I mean, DK Metcalf, he had 52 yards. DJ Dallas.
Sony Michel looked pretty good too. He broke out. He got loose for 39 yards. I mean, he doesn't do a whole lot. They've got other running backs, but
what do you mean? Sony's been killing it the last couple of games.
I know.
It was Daryl Henderson who got hurt. That was their lead, their big guy running back, and then Sony just took over.
Yeah. The one that I would have loved to see, and then the Bucks real quick. I know they just signed Le'Veon Bell. Well, you got to look at it this way. The reason they signed him is Leonard Fournette's injured.
Right.
And who else do they have at running back? I don't know. But they've got other guys, but everybody they play gets great yardage for those teams. I'm like, God, imagine if Frank Gore or AP was with the Bucks at this point. They probably do good.
Speaking of Frank Gore, did you see Frank Gore get his bell rung last week?
Oh my God, yeah. I didn't even want to watch that.
Woo!
Sasha over on YouTube said, "Are the Cardinals for real?"
No.
They at the beginning of the season they were.
I think
they have I think they lost themselves when
I think the only thing they got going right now, I mean, they got a hell of a running back. Connor, he's been pretty decent. DeAndre Hopkins is hurt. I mean, they said they got AJ Green. AJ Green is good. I mean, I don't know, but you know what? They might bounce back. Just watch our picks coming up at the end.
We got a Jeff Gignac in the
chat.
My
God, I know he's already talking about Dallas. And Dallas Cowboys gonna beat
It said Roger wants Tom versus Patriots. Nothing else matters. Referees will make sure it happens. You knew we were going to get Jeff in here with his conspiracy theories. Well, where was Roger to help help Tom win that game against the Saints? I'm confused there because he must have forgot about heading down there to help them out on that one. We'll shift gears, talk Washington, Philly, which there ain't much to talk about Washington except the fact that the defense, Jack Del Rio and his defense did not show up for that game. Gilbert looked fantastic.
They parted the sea for Sanders to run. Sanders was running through them like nothing, dude. Like they just part the sea and let him run. They're Goddard, the tight end. He was catching balls.
Goddard, he had a career high 135 yards on 7 catches. I'm sorry, but the only positive thing that Washington's defense, that Jack Del Rio did, was he made the Philadelphia Eagles look like Super Bowl contenders.
I mean, Sanders had 131 yards. Goddard had 135. When you got your running back and the tight end going over 130 yards each.
They had 500. Well, they had, what was it? Let me see here. 519 yards of offense. The Eagles had 281 yards passing, 238 yards rushing. Yeah. And that's between Jalen Hurts and the rest of the running team there that just demolished them.
Give Gibson the goddamn ball and let him run. Why? Gibson only had 26 yards and 1 TD. Come on, man. You got to get
Gibson is. It's like they don't know. I don't understand why they don't want to give the ball to Antonio Gibson when McKissick isn't there. Like they give him the ball more when McKissick is playing.
Did you see Gibson's first touchdown he did? He just jumped over.
He's a power back. He is a great power back. We haven't had the last power backs that we had that were good was Alfred Morris.
Yeah.
And prior to that was Stephen Davis.
You don't
because
Gilbert, how long? The guy only had 3 days. Don't put the game in his hands.
3 days. He was off the Patriots practice squad, was with Washington for 3 days and just said, all right, guys, jump in there. You can do it.
I would have Gibson JD. I would do some little short, but man, I don't know.
It hurt to watch because Gilbert looked good for a guy off the but that's one thing that Rivera is known for is finding talent on practice squads. I've said that before, and he found another one there in a QB we needed because we obviously
right.
Washington. Now, granted, our offensive line did not do anything either. We didn't have Brandon Scherf was out, so we lost him.
But you got to give it up to Hurts though, man. Hurts, he did fumble. The coach Gil got in his on the sidelines.
Yeah,
he turned the game around, folks. Turned the game around.
Yeah. I mean, I don't see a lot of it. I don't get to watch a lot of his games, but he made some good moves. He had a 34-yard touchdown pass to Jalen Reagor, a 28-yard touchdown to Devonta Smith, and a 19-yard clincher for a touchdown to Greg Ward. So
and then he ran 38 yards too. So he did a 12 run. He did a 12-yard run. Eagles, I mean, Sanders he looked good, dude.
Washington, and the sad thing is Washington came out. They were aggressive. Yeah. They started off aggressive.
They did.
They got 10 points off of turnovers. You always want that. But then they just said, F it. We're just done. I don't know who gave, maybe it was Jack Del Rio that gave
defense,
the halftime speech.
I'm sorry, but I'm not putting it on the offense. I'm putting on defense. The defense let holes for these guys to run, and then nobody was.
The Eagles are not an all-star team. The Eagles are not Super Bowl contenders. But I will say, if you look at the last 4 games, the Eagles have been putting up 200 plus rushing yards a game. Their running game has all of a sudden, I don't know what happened, but they turned a light switch, and that running game is what's keeping them, what is continuing to help them win. And they're 7-7. They now theoretically have a shot at, I mean, they play the Giants. That's a win. They got to play Washington. I'm hoping to God they don't, but we could see their last game is against Dallas. We could end up seeing a potential 10-4, 10-7
I hate Dallas
Eagles. We could see I don't know if that's going to happen, but
Dallas is good right now. Man.
Dallas is. I will admit that Dallas is good, as much as it cringes and hurts me to say that, but that defense is, they tore us apart. I haven't seen a Dallas defense like that since the 90s.
Right.
That in their heyday, that was the Dallas defense that I remember watching back when it was always the Washington Dallas games were back and forth, and it was was a good performance. They brought it to us a week ago, and bravo.
They got Zeke, they got Tony, they got a running game, they got receivers, they got the defense. They're good, man. They're good, but I don't know, man. So you're Washington. Just so you know, folks, Washington is not out. They're still in the hunt.
They are theoretically, yes, they are theoretically still in the playoffs. Contenders. We basically have to win the next 3 games to do so. I don't know if that's gonna happen, but let's see. Jeff says, remember you thought Dallas bringing them into your broken stadium, the benches was stupid. Yeah, whatever.
Hey, all I'm saying is, can Dallas go deep in the playoffs? That's all I want to know. Can they go deep in the playoffs? Because they ain't never done it.
Well, remember, and it's not. I'm not knocking just Dak, because Dak has got the same curse, dealing with the same Dallas playoff curse that his predecessor had to deal with.
Right.
Because we all know how Romo handled the playoffs. They looked great on paper. Then they got to the playoffs and Romo choked like Romo does.
I give they had a hell of a season. I'm not going to take that away. But when it's playoffs, it's a totally different story.
Well, yeah, the stats, everything is gone. It is completely different. Once
now we got COVID, we got weather, we got injuries. Is Dallas going to let the players rest up towards the end, or are they going to play?
Yeah, I don't know. It'll definitely be interesting to see what happens with that.
So out of the 3 games, as I'm asking you, is Washington going?
Jeff says, right, when receivers drop the ball, that's Dak or Romo's fault. No, that's not. I don't. I get, like, it's the same when it comes to interceptions. If it bounces out of the receiver's hands and into another, I don't think that whether it's Dak Prescott throwing it, if it's Tom Brady throwing it should not count. I get it. It does. That's just the way the NFL rules are. But I don't consider that the quarterback's fault.
Yeah, but if
the receiver drops the ball, we saw.
But sometimes these quarterbacks throw balls behind your back. They throw it at your feet. Some of these balls are not catchable, man. And then you got to understand the speed of football when they're running.
Now, I will say, though, like in the Eagles game against Washington, Goddard had a couple of drop passes. One of them hit him in the chest, and there were times it just dropped. That he dropped it, and it was clearly his fault. That is not on the quarterback's fault. So, Jeff, you're right. If Dak throws it and his receiver drops it, and it's not Dak's fault. I get it. It's going to be an incompletion on him, but that's the receiver's fault. They need to learn to catch. So I don't put that on his fault. All should be caught. Well, Jeff is disagreeing. I'm assuming with you. If you're in the NFL, all balls should be caught.
No. If somebody throws at your feet or somebody throws behind your back, I've seen some passes like, what the hell? What the hell? Even my when I was watching the Niners game, there was some passes. I was like, whoa, come on now. I mean, look at Matty Ice. Some of the damn passes he was throwing in the game. There's not everybody's Aaron Rodgers or Tom Brady.
All right, where are we at, Tom? We can, if you want, we can shift over and start talking some Niners football.
Well, man,
I know there's way more. There's way more highlights for the
first off, man. Thank you. Oh my God, my Niners, man. What can I say?
Debo showed up.
Debo showed up, man.
Highlights.
Let me tell you how. Hey, let me tell you something. There was a play. Debo hit a guy so hard that his mouthpiece came flying out of his mouth. All right, he hit a guy so hard. Go back and watch the highlights on YouTube. Guy got hit in the mouth and his mouthpiece fell off. But shout out to Jay Wilson. He had 110 yards, touchdown, and then come on, man, Kittle is having a monster. Two tight ends that I love, Kelsey and Kittle. 93 yards. Even Brandon Ayuk, he's killing it. But I got to give it up to Jimmy G, man. Jimmy G looked good. 235.
The problem is with Jimmy is he's hit or miss. That's my thing.
I agree. But I think we can beat the Titans. But we'll talk about that later. Matty Ice, good Lord. Did you see Matty Ice try and run?
Oh my God,
he tried to run into the infield, and Bosa picked him up, stuffed him in the ground. He was face down, butt up in the air. Matty Ice was throwing some horrible throws. He threw some good throws to Gage. Gage 91 yards, touchdown. Gage had a really good game. But what killed them was the running back, Davis, only did 21 yards. And then they shut down Cordell Patterson. So when you shut down
Ron Slusher asked, is Debo an MVP candidate?
Way on the bottom of the list. I wouldn't put him at the top, man. I mean, come on, dude. You got people like Taylor in the Colts, who's just killing it right now in the running game. And then Aaron Rodgers, he's been lighting up fools too. But I right now, Taylor, the running back, he's breaking records, killing people. So, but Debo's a hell. Hey, I'm gonna tell you, MVP on the Niners. I wouldn't even get Kittles. Don't forget, did you see the passes that Kittles is doing? Okay.
Yeah. Well, Ron said nobody complained about Jimmy when he was in the Super Bowl, and then said Bosa has 15 sacks.
Woo! Hey, and did you see when Bosa was flexing his muscles? Woo, my God. He's a beast.
I gotta give Matty some props, because look at, he did get some passes. Kyle Pitts had 4 catches for 77 yards.
Yeah.
He had a nice, well,
that was during junk time, brother.
Yeah.
That was junk time.
And Russell Gage 8 for 91 and a touchdown. The problem is when you are getting you're getting those yards and it's at the point where it doesn't matter anymore. Why aren't you doing that at the beginning of the game or throughout the entire game? Why do you wait till it's over to do stuff like that? Like you cause yourself those problems.
We got a weapon. He's a receiver, but he's also a running back. Debo, Debo also got a TD for running. We can run. We can throw.
He has a 90 plus passer rating in 8 straight games. Where the hell is that Jimmy G? Where's he been all season? Where'd that guy come from? What?
Like you said, it's hit or miss, man. It's
well, but you look at that though. Only there's only been one other person that has done that, and that has a longer streak among all quarterbacks from San Francisco since 1950, and that is the man, the myth, and the legend, Steve Young.
Hey, don't forget our fullback. You check. He scored a touchdown as well.
I know.
Now, when you got the fullback scoring on you, you know your ass is in trouble.
Yeah, I know. Well, and to be fair, but Steve Young did that with 15 straight in 94, 95. So, but that was a different NFL. We're getting back to that NFL. but just without the hits and Jimmy can't do a run the ball like Steve Young because he would have already been done.
I mean, poor Matty Ice, man, he can't run. Matty Ice can't run. No. The defense was stuffing his butt into the dirt, folks.
Yeah, he was struggling.
Yeah, he was.
So do we put that on him as he's just done, or is this he needs a change of scenery and he may do better?
He needs weapons, dude. He don't have Julio Jones. He don't have back in the day he had Julio Jones. He
had a lot of good talent. Well, and he's been in Atlanta for God a long time.
I remember Matty Ice when he was in Boston College, and I remember when the Falcons had picked him, and I said, you know what? I think
they gave him a ton. Well, remember though when they picked him, the Falcons got a crap ton of heat because they paid him all that money because they did the same thing with Vic because he took over for Vic.
Yeah, he did.
He's been there since Vic's career ended in Atlanta.
He took it to a Super Bowl, and they almost won, and they had the owner on the
Ron
sideline.
So apparently Ron seems to me to be a Niners fan because he said Green Bay does not want to play the Niners in the playoffs.
You know what? I agree. Hey, let me tell you something.
I will agree with that. I think that would be it'll be interesting because I don't, even if they were in Green Bay, I don't think Green Bay wants to play the Niners in Green Bay, let alone in San Francisco.
I can see Bosa stuffing Rodgers' face into the ice. That would be so nice. And
I'd be okay with that.
His
Debo,
beard.
let's see.
What you got?
One of the hots I got was Debo is the first wide receiver in the Super Bowl era with 1+ rushing touchdown in 5 straight games.
Yes.
The guy is a beast. I mean, he's a wide receiver.
Debo,
he's a wide receiver, and he's getting rushing touchdowns.
It's growing, man. Don't get hurt. Stretch it.
Debo Samuel, his second quarter, his score in the second quarter was the 7th rushing touchdown this season. No other wide receiver in the Super Bowl era has more than 4 in a season. And this guy's a wide receiver. Remember, he's a receiver. He ain't a running back.
So the secret weapon with the Falcons was Cordell Patterson because he's a running back and he can receive. He can catch the ball. They shut him down. You shut Cordell Patterson down. Mike Davis is not that. He's not a good running back, folks. Yeah. Cordell Patterson, and they shut the run. They couldn't run. They could not run the ball. And Matty.
He's the only player in Falcons history with 5+ rushing touchdowns and 5+ receiving touchdowns in a season, but it wasn't enough to help him.
No.
One guy cannot carry a team. We've seen that time and time again with every team in the NFL.
I'm excited because I think the Niners can beat the Titans. Tannehill, you next. You're next, like Goldberg. You're next.
And you're getting to the point where it's like I see Debo is basically becoming the feed me more back in it with right back in the when he was in the WWE when he shifted to the feed me more. That's all I can see. You see, he's just give me the ball, feed me more.
But you know what though? He's got. Kittles is not only just an awesome tight end, but he's a hell of a blocker too, folks. When you got a tight end that can block, that's what you need.
Are Ron's asking, are the Ravens done? I think they are.
Hell yeah, they done. Jackson's ankles are gone, folks.
That is the problem that's the Ravens' biggest problem. Besides their coach not going for a field goal on a 4th down at the beginning of the game, which cost them, and deciding to go for 2 points instead of taking the field goal, the extra point, to send it to overtime and try to win the game.
Not Justin Tucker. Come on now. He's a hell of a kicker.
You take out their quarterbacks, their running back, they ain't got nothing. They need, what they should have done is, in my opinion, and what I think they should do, the guy they have at quarterback right now, while their star is recovering with broken ankles, because he got schooled one too many times. Keep him as your starting quarterback and utilize your star there as a Taysom Hill. Like, I'm surprised more teams aren't doing that. These, like, he can throw. Shoot, use him as a runner. Use him as a receiver. The dude can run. And
that's his star of fame, though, dude. That's his star of fame. He
ain't gonna have it. And that fame that's his Achilles heel, baby.
But he's like Michael Vick. You know, I remember when Michael Vick broke his leg. These
Vick
guys,
it was never the same.
Never the same.
But I said the same about Brady. When Brady got it taken out in the preseason, and he was never, I stayed corrected on that one.
Well, Brady is just that was just the knee, man. That was just some torn ligaments in the knee, you know. But
yeah, Brady's a different. Brady, they don't make Brady's anymore.
No,
Brady's in a league of his own.
He's in a league of his own, folks.
The guy's going to be. I'm sorry, but Brady will be playing until he's basically
50.
He's going to play until he doesn't want to anymore.
Yeah.
And so he's just going to keep playing until until he gets either a season-ending injury or he just says, you know what, I don't care anymore. I don't want to play.
I think my Niners will be in the playoffs, folks. Vegas got them about 80-something% to the Super Bowl.
Who's winning the AFC? Ron is asking. God.
Oof.
Let's pull up we're getting close.
We're getting close. We're getting our picks. Yeah.
Yeah. So we can shift and talk. I mean, we'll look at the schedule, right, or the standings. We can talk standings real quick because then for 10 minutes and then we'll shift over to our picks.
Gotcha.
Let's see. We're looking AFC Patriots 9-5, the Bills 8-6, the Dolphins are 7-7. Those three teams are in it still.
Yeah, New York was eliminated.
Who thought the Dolphins were going to come back like they have? Defense. They are on a 6-game winning streak. Who thought? Defense. Who saw that coming? Because I sure as heck didn't. They're in playoff contention now.
Yes, they are. Defense. So we got the AFC North.
Ravens. AFC North. Bengals, Ravens are 8-6. The Steelers technically.
Cleveland Browns is still in it.
The whole AFC North is still in it, so I don't know on that one.
Oh man, I'm
AFC
sorry.
South is basically the Titans and the Colts, and the AFC West is up at it's the same. Everybody's in it in the AFC West. I mean, I don't know the last time we had this many teams still in contention. I would have said that my pick for winning the AFC is the Colts.
Really,
the Colts are on. I got the Colts. I wanted to say the Patriots, but man, the Colts have shocked me. Wentz is looking good. That nobody seems to know how the hell to shut down Taylor. So with that, Taylor running the ball.
Well, here's another thing people don't seem to understand though. Burrow to Chase, that kid. Anybody want to talk about rookie of the year? Look, this Chase on the Bengals. That's a hell of a. I seen that kid go 200 and something yards in a game.
That's exactly. Who thought? I mean, I didn't see the Bengals sitting at the top of the AFC North.
Burrow was picked number one for a reason, folks.
He is showing why he was picked that.
Hey, you got what do they call it? The Louisiana tandem, him and Chase. So
yep.
Who do I got for the AFC North? I definitely don't got old ass Ben Roethlisberger. Cleveland Browns, come on now, come on. Seriously.
I think they. Come on. I don't want to say Mayfield is overrated. I mean he's not overrated. He's not overrated. I think the problem with the Browns is that besides injuries, I think they hyped up the entire based off of the end of last season. They were way too hyped up, and Baker's spending too much time doing his commercials and giving out the stadium's Wi-Fi password.
But Browns do have Chubbs and Hunt. Okay,
Nick Chubbs is a monster. So Chubbs and Nick got better he was awesome last year, and he got even better this year.
He got better this year.
I think my pick for win the AFC East. I still think I'm going to go Patriots. Because I'm a Mac Jones fan. I think the Dolphins have could potentially come back strong and finish it out. Maybe they could find a way of getting up there. I don't think they'll win it this year.
Miami is Cinderella. Okay. Cinderella.
Tua surprised me. I really didn't have a lot of faith in him, but they've got a damn good receiver in Waddle. That's the highlight of their team is Waddle. That is the bright spot of that team.
But a receiver ain't going to win the game for you, though.
I don't see AFC. No, AFC South. My money's on the Colts winning it. I don't see the Titans finishing off. They're 9-5. The Colts are 8-6. I think the Colts have a better shot of winning the AFC North.
I agree with you.
Or South, I mean.
I like Wentz and I like Taylor, and then he's got some. Hey, don't forget, man. He's got T.Y. Hilton, and he's got.
But the problem with Tennessee, yes, they're 9-5.
They were 9-5 because there was a running back they had in the very beginning, and then got hurt.
That's right. There's the key. Remember, I said this at the beginning of the show. The NFL has transitioned. They're not a pass. This is a run first to open up the pass game. Tennessee ain't got no running game now, which is why they're going to falter. I get they're 4-1 in the division. They're 5-2 at home. They're 4-3 on the road. It don't matter anymore. They are not. I don't see them winning the division. I think it's going to go to the Colts.
But then again, hold on. But they still got AJ Brown, Tannehill. They got that tandem right there. That's a good tandem. But it ain't gonna get them.
I don't think it's enough.
I agree.
AFC West right now. That whole AFC West is up for grabs. I think. I get the Chiefs are hot. They 7-game winning streak. You can't deny. You can't take that away. I didn't honestly see a 7-game winning streak coming out of the Chiefs the way they started off. But they're 10-4. The Chargers.
Who are you going with? Who are you going with, Vet? Who are you going with? Come on, man.
I'm gonna be the oddball, and I'm gonna say the Chargers. I'm gonna say the Chargers. Your mind.
Chiefs, a 7-game streak. Are you out of your mind? Do you know they won a championship? Do you know they got Mahomes, Hill,
I like Mahomes,
Kelsey,
I like Mahomes.
Man, I'm going with Kansas City all the way, baby, all the way. Kansas City on this one. Kansas City.
All right. So we'll shift over real quick to the NFC. I mean, this one should be a lot quicker. The AFC was, I think, the hardest one. NFC East, Dallas 10-4, Philly 7-7, Washington 6-8. And no one cares about the Giants because they're done. I want to say Washington. Washington is not going to win the division, unfortunately. Right. I'm going Eagles.
Why are you being a hater? Why are you being a hater?
Because I can't stand that.
Look.
I know the Cowboys are going to win the division. That's what hurts the most.
Real, recognize real. Dallas, come on, man. This is their year. I have to. I'm as a joke. That was it. Dallas's defense that's the 90s defense. That's the one that won them championships. I'm not back in the 90s. I'm not even. They got offense and defense. They got Cooper. They got a hell of a tight end. Schultz. They got Schultz.
That's Cooper. The thing. They've got what they've built.
CeeDee Lamb. They got it.
They have the way that team has been built up. It's like watching when they were in their heyday in the 90s when they had that dynasty rolling out.
I believe in Dak. I believe in Dak. What are they saying? What?
RMJ, my high school bully plays for Arizona. I'm praying for them not to make it to the Super Bowl. Don't worry. I don't see Arizona making it. NFC North, Packers 11-3, Vikings 7-7, and no one cares about the Bears or the Lions. I'm sorry. That's the Packers got that division won.
Come on, dude.
They're the only Cousins. They already won it. They already won it.
Cousins.
They're the only. It don't even matter at this point to pick.
I know. Packers got it.
Packers clinched the playoff and they won the division already. So,
but do you see the Vikings going deep? Do you see the Vikings going deep?
No,
they got Dalvin Cook. They got Dalvin.
It don't matter. They got to use him. And Zimmer doesn't do it all the time.
That's
NFC West, Cardinals 10-4, Rams 10-4, the Niners 8-6, and the Seahawks are out of it.
What about NFC South?
We skipped the South. The Bucks 10-4, Saints 7-7, Atlanta and Carolina are out. I'm going to consider them out.
Yeah.
Bucks winning that one. I don't see it. Unless if it comes down to the Saints, that Saints game, that 9-point loss. But I don't see that happening. I see Tampa's going to win the rest of their games because Brady's pissed. Brady, we saw that he broke his Surface tablet, smashed that thing in half.
Yeah.
At that game. So he is going to come out more pissed off than Aaron Rodgers can get. And he's just going to demolish anything in his path. I don't even think he needed Bruce Arians to blame it on him. He knows he's pissed. So Bucks hands down on that
Bucks hands down.
NFC West.
Rams.
I'm going Rams on that.
Going Rams.
I think the Niners could theoretically have a shot. Ron said Tampa's banged. Yeah, Tampa is banged up. They had to go bring Le'Veon Bell in at running back.
Maybe third and down. You bring the third and down, first and goal.
Hey, maybe this will resurrect. I mean, look, if there's a fountain of youth, it's the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Look what they did to Fournette. Okay, he got
Fournette looks like an all-star. When Antonio Brown, when Brady keeps Brown on a leash, Brown is an all-star. I'm just saying the Bucks somewhere within that stadium is the fountain of youth because everybody runs like perfection when they're healthy.
Brady got a foot in there. You know what?
I still think the Niners have a shot. I mean, there's how many games? 3 games left. Hell, the Niners could surprise us and win the damn division if the Cardinals and the Rams lose, and if the Cardinals and Rams lose, and the Niners win, hell, the Niners could win the division.
Something about the Rams, though, dude.
I think the Rams have a better shot. I'm going Rams, but I want to say the Niners would be my backup pick for that one because the Cardinals are falling apart. They're 2-game losing streak. Hell, they lost to the Lions, so that right there. I something about the Rams, something about that stadium.
Matthew
Stafford's rejuvenated. You know, you put him in the. He left Detroit. He got out of that Detroit. He got rid of that Detroit water he was drinking.
yeah.
So all right, let's go with our picks for Week 16. God damn, Week 16 already.
16 already.
Thursday, 49ers at Tennessee. The Niners 8-6, Titans 9-5. My money's on the Niners on that one. I'm
going. You know, I'm going with my Niners.
Well, yeah.
Devo, Wilson. I mean, hopefully.
I don't see the Titans being able to shut all of the Niners' healthy weapons down. So
Kittles. We got too many weapons, man. We got too many weapons.
Saturday we get 2 Christmas games.
Woohoo!
Browns at the Packers. I'm sorry, Cleveland, but you guys are in the doghouse on this one. Ain't nobody's gonna be able to beat Rodgers in Lambeau on Christmas Day. I'm sorry. That is gonna be a bad game for you.
I'm going with the Packers.
And then the other one is Colts 8-6 at the 10-4 Cardinals. I'm going Colts on this one. Jonathan Taylor is my reasoning.
Taylor is going to be running all over the Cardinals,
and the Cardinals have their weaknesses are catching up, and I think they're done. I don't think they're done. They're obviously they got the record. They'll be in the playoffs, but I don't see them going very far at all. I think they'll get knocked out pretty quickly.
But Cardinals, I could see Connor receiving it, running it. I could see.
Yeah, I just don't see a Cardinals victory here.
Yeah.
And then the rest of the games all on Sunday, and then we got the Monday. But Giants 4-10 at the 7-7 Eagles. Sorry,
Eagles.
Giants fans.
I got the Eagles.
Danny Dimes is done for the season, which is actually a blessing in disguise. Hey, the boy, their new guy that they had starting looked really good.
Eagles got Hurts, Sanders, and Gordette.
They gonna put the Hurts on the Giants.
Eagles.
Rams 10-4 at the Vikings. I'm sorry, I live in Minnesota, but Kirk Cousins is not and is not going to be able to find a way to beat the Rams. That's going to be all Rams on that one.
You don't think no upset? You don't feel an upset?
Not yet, not with that one. I don't see that being the upset. Bills 8-6 Bills at the 9-6 Patriots. I'm going Patriots because it's in New England. That just has Belichick win written all over it.
I haven't really liked what I've been seeing with Josh Allen. So
he's a good quarterback.
He's running. He's running.
He's not there yet. He's not to that elite status, but he is a good quarterback. He's not average. He's definitely way higher than the average quarterback.
He definitely brings his lunch.
I don't see them beating the Patriots in New England.
No, I got Patriots, and then I got Rams beating the Vikings.
And then the 10-4 versus the dynamic duo at quarterback for the Panthers, the 5-9 Panthers.
Cam.
Sorry, Cam and Sam. You guys aren't going to be able to beat Tom Brady and the Bucs. Look, Brady's pissed. I could see him throw 8 touchdowns in a game just to make a statement.
He might bring some scissors and cut Cam's dreads that day, folks.
The last time Brady came in and steamrolled a team, I do remember when they were down, when he was with the Patriots and they came into Washington, and Washington, I don't think they never recovered because they lost 50-something to 6. Here's a good one. This will be a real
the toilet bowl right here, y'all.
The toilet bowl. Jaguars at the Jets. The 2-12 Jag at the 3-11 Jets. Jacksonville, but
dude, I'm going with
Gang Green's gonna run wild on y'all.
They just lost their coach.
Yeah, well, Jets get the winner. And the sad thing is, the Jets are starting to show signs of life. So they've got some highlights. They've got some.
It's a young team. They got a new coach. They
got some bright spots.
Yeah, going with the Jets.
Let's see. Chargers 8-6 Chargers at the 3-11 Texans. I'm picking.
Oh, you forgot the Lions and the Falcons.
Oh yeah, sorry, I always forget about them Lions. 2-11-1 Lions at the 6-8 Falcons. I'm going with the Lions on this. That's actually my upset.
That's your upset.
I'm gonna say that one, but I've got another one I could easily pick also.
Okay.
I think the line if my only thing is saying the Lions win over the Falcons is if Jared Goff is playing. If Goff doesn't play, I think the Falcons have a shot.
Good shot.
But we have to see if Goff's going to be eligible to play because he's got COVID now. So
I'm sorry, bro, but Falcons are going to be all in the Detroit Lions. You know what?
Well, that's what the Cardinals thought too, and we saw how that worked out for them. But the 8-6 Chargers at the 3-11 Texans. This was the other one I was debating on as my upset pick, was to go with the Texans over the Chargers.
What the hell the Texans got?
They got 3 wins.
What the hell? Man, I'm going with the Chargers over the Texans.
I picked the Chargers on that one. I'm sticking with the Lions.
Allen, I
potentially getting me upset.
I see Allen catching the ball crazy. Yeah.
Then we got the 8-6 Ravens at the 8-6 Bengals. Sorry, but Bengals gonna win that one hands down.
I'm going with the Bengals.
Let's see
Bears.
what else. Yeah, we got 4-10 Bears at the 5-9 Seahawks.
This gonna be your upset. It's another upset.
I got the Bears winning this one.
The Bears over
because
the Seahawks.
I don't know. Russell's got something going on. We don't even know which Russell's gonna go show up. The defense is falling apart. I mean, they haven't had a defense since Pete said we want to just get rid of the Legion of Boom. I think the Bears have a shot. As long as they don't shoot themselves in the foot with doing something stupid, I think they got a strong chance of winning this.
I'm picking the Seahawks to win, folks. Picking the Seahawks to win. And the reason why is because Russell's, I mean, he ain't gonna go out like this, not against the Bears. Not against the Bears.
And then 7-6-1 Steelers at Kansas City, who's 10-4. I picked the Steelers for this.
What?
Because
wait a minute. You lost your mind.
The Chiefs don't have 2 of their weapons. They don't got a running game.
They got the crowd. Have you ever been to Kansas City, that stadium? You know how loud that stadium is.
It's about as maybe the Steelers was going to be my upset pick of the week.
Bro, man, you know, lost your mind. I'm going with because Mahomes, he's got other receivers that he can throw to. Plus, they got the running backs. They don't have to throw the ball. They can run the ball down the Steelers' mouth. So I'm picking the Chiefs. Picking the Chiefs.
Right. 7-7 Broncos at the 7-7 Raiders. I actually picked the Raiders for this one because I don't know. I'm pretty sure Bridgewater is not going to be ready to play. He's on concussion protocol, and he took a nasty hit anyways. So if he's not playing, I don't have any faith in their backup because there's a reason he lost the job in the first place to Bridgewater. But shout out to Bridgewater. I mean, that kid is fantastic. God, he is a fighter. Come back from a devastating knee injury.
Yeah.
And he's earned the starting role every place he's gone. But if he doesn't start, I think the Raiders have a chance of winning.
I'm going with the Broncos, folks. You know why? Because I just don't. David. Not David. Is it? Oh my! I can't even think of his name. I can't.
The QB Carr.
Yeah. That's how mad I am right now. Yeah, it's gonna be a sad day in Vegas. Sorry, Carr.
No, I think the biggest sad day is gonna be in Dallas with my 6-8 Washington heading down to the 10-4 Cowboys, and y'all know I'm already picking Washington, even though I know if that Del Rio defense shows up, we're doomed.
Washington and Cowboys definitely going with the Cowboys. They're gonna put a hurting. They're gonna put a hurting, dude. They're gonna put a hurting.
I don't know who's gonna be starting at quarterback, but
it's gonna be GG, Garrett Gilbert. GG.
And then our Monday night game to finish out Week 16 is the 7-7 Dolphins at the 7-7 Saints. Dolphins all the way on that one. The Dolphins are on one heck of a hot streak.
Going with the Dolphins.
And that is
that's
it.
Man.
That's a Week 16. We had football games Monday. We had games Tuesday. We basically get a break Wednesday, and then boom. Thursday. We don't get anything Friday, but that's okay. I can deal with it. I can take a break on Friday because we get 2 on Saturday and then everything on Sunday, and then back on Monday again. And who the hell? We don't even know. We may see games get pushed to Tuesday again for all we know.
Well,
I'm hoping not, but good Lord, I mean,
that's the thing. COVID can change this whole everything.
I mean, all of these picks. I mean, I did see the Lions being where they are. Actually, I thought they would be. The Lions and Jacksonville would both be winless this season and go 0-17. So their record.
I see some devastating injuries that's going to change the course of the playoffs too. And that's one thing you guys got to remember is injuries. They get smacked in the cold weather. Your bones chilling in the cold.
Remember, Brady really hasn't had to go and play too many places when it's cold like he was used to with New England. What happens if with Brady, if they have to go somewhere cold to play? That could potentially. I'm not saying it's going to be a factor for Tom, but it could because he's been out of it for 2 years now. He doesn't have to really travel that much where it's super cold. He's in the NFC South for a reason. He chose that area for a reason. His bones are getting brittle, folks. He needed a warm state so he could jump out when he wins that next Super Bowl trophy this year. He can go throw it into the lake, the ocean again.
All he got to do is some short dunks to Grunt and have Grunt just break his arm or leg trying to get down the field. Hey, don't forget you get Brown too. You know, you're gonna get Brown coming up.
And watch, they're gonna get to the playoffs, and Le'Veon Bell's gonna show the Pittsburgh Steelers version of Le'Veon Bell's gonna show up all of a sudden. You never know.
You never know.
We never know. Le'Veon Bell might, and the combination of Le'Veon Bell and Antonio Brown may rejuvenate the both of them.
I mean, if he doesn't have, you don't have to run a whole lot. All you got to do is.
But remember, when Brown was with the Steelers, that at his best, so was Le'Veon Bell. They were both in their prime when they were together. So maybe this reunion could rejuvenate the two of them, or it could spectacularly blow up in Arian's face.
Who knows?
Oh, all right, guys.
Boom.
Well,
that was it, man.
Woo. Another show. You guys
Merry Christmas, y'all. Happy holidays.
Yes, Merry Christmas. We will see you guys after the Christmas season is over. And I have thrown my Christmas tree out the window, torn down all of my Christmas attire, and still come back saying that Washington's going to win the Super Bowl next year. You guys can follow us on Twitter at the Sportscast1. Visit us on our website, thesportscast.net. Make sure to check out our show schedule throughout the week. We got shows like almost every day, whether it's, there's too many to go off of. This has been another Sports Talk 101 episode with your hosts, Aaron and
Ray Sherrod.
And we will see you guys next week. Happy holidays. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas. Enjoy that football, y'all.
See you guys.
See you. Bye.
All right, now I gotta see it.